Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey, and this is the octagonal softbox from Mikensu. It gives a lovely even illumination, and being an octagonal shape, it gives lovely round catch lights in the eye. Now you'll notice straight away this thing isn't a traditional rectangular or square softbox. It's a big, huge octagonal softbox. In fact, this is 1.2 meters in diameter. But if that's not big enough for you, then they even do a Mikensu 1.5 meter octagonal softbox. But in my little studio, 1.2 meters is perfect. The beauty of this octagonal softbox is its size and the quality of light. It's lovely, soft illumination. And it achieves that soft illumination because it's got a double diffuser system. Let's have a look. So if we remove the outer diffuser, inside we'll find there is a second inner diffusing baffle. Now that diffuses the light twice and gives lovely even illumination. But if you want to, you can remove this inner diffuser panel and give a very different quality of light. But the idea with this softbox is to give lovely smooth illumination. So let's cover that up and let's see exactly how smooth the illumination is by checking the power, the light reading at the center and then around the edges. Now I'm using a Mikensu 400 watt lamp round the back here to power this softbox. And a 400 watt lamp is ideal. It's a very, very powerful lamp. That'll fill the softbox with light without any trouble at all. But it is right in the center of the softbox. So what you would expect is the center to be the brightest part and then to get a little bit darker as we go around the edges. But how much darker is the question? If it's more than a stop, then this isn't going to be a great softbox. So let's get a flash meter and let's take some light readings. Okay, so we'll start in the center and that's giving me a power of f11.9, so almost f16. Okay, let's go up to the top. That's giving me f11.5, so about half a stop difference. Let's go to the side, f11.3. Down to the bottom, f11.3, over to the side, f11.4. So by and large, it's about half a stop to 3/4 of a stop of light difference from the center to the edges. And that is pretty even illumination. Okay, well that's the theory of the softbox, but of course the proof is in its using. And I'm going to get a little model in here and we're just going to do a very short couple of lighting setups using the octagonal softbox. Okay, so we've set the lights up. We've got the octagonal softbox positioned quite low down and very close to our little model. Say hello, Freya. And the idea with that is that that close light, the big light source, is going to wrap the light around the model and give some beautiful soft lighting. There's no other lights used in this setup, just the octagonal softbox. Now, we've got to work out the aperture, so let's get a meter reading. We'll get the flash meter, and if I can get you to hold that for me, just like that, lovely. And we'll check that, and that is giving us a meter reading of f11. So we know the exposure. Let's put that into the camera. And let's take some pictures. Okay. Right, so let's just get a quick test shot first of all, just to make sure this is going to work. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's going to be lovely. And what I'd like you to do is just lean your arm out a little bit. That's nice. Very nice indeed. Super. That's great. And just turn your head round to face the light a little bit. Nice. And just look up here, just up towards my hand. And can you just sort of lean your head, that's it, just put your head down onto your chin. Nice. Beautiful. And then just look up to my hand, just here. Okay, that's super. Very good indeed. Okay, so if you can spin yourself around so you're facing directly into the light. That's great. Okay. And then bring your head round to me. Excellent. Very nice indeed. So this time we're doing it a little bit differently. This time the octagonal softbox is right back here behind the model because we're going to use it as a background. So if you want a pure white background and you're doing just a head and shoulders shot, the octagonal softbox is so big that it makes a perfect pure white background. So let's go through the setup. Big octagonal softbox back here. Smaller softbox in the front just for illuminating the face. Now the idea is to have the power of the small softbox to match the power of the back softbox. Now, don't think you can just put the same numbers on the two, because it won't work that way, unfortunately. You just need to take a little light reading and just make sure you get it absolutely spot on. So, let's take a light reading there, if you can hold that for me, and point that at the big softbox. And we've got f 5.6. And then if we hold that in the other direction, let's give you that one. And we've got f 5.6.7. So, I'm just going to turn the background light down about half a stop. Okay, so what I'd like to do is just to look at me, and we'll just test this, make sure it's working. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, so as you can see, that gives us a lovely pure white background. Really, really nice. But we get these little shadows underneath the chin because our main light, our key light, is the small softbox, and that's lit from above. So we've got to fill those shadows with a reflector. So if I grab a reflector, I'll give you that. There we go. Hold that just there. That's perfect. Got it? Lovely. And looking over at me. So again, that looks pretty good. That lights underneath the chin looks very nice indeed. As a final little touch, let's just add a bit of movement to the hair. So we're going to use a little hair dryer and just blow things around. Now, I can't do this. I'm running out of hands, so my assistant Sam is going to do this one for me. Okay, let's let rip. Okay, that's looking over at me. Lovely. Beautiful. Fantastic. Just look over here for me. Up a little higher, up here. Just tilt your head to the side slightly. Very good. And then back to me. Okay, and tilt your head a little. That's fantastic. And we're done. Thank you very much. Okay, so there we are. There's using the octagonal softbox as a background as well as using it as a main light. Now, the octagonal softbox is available from the SMIC store at www.smic.co.uk. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.